how to act realistically in 3 steps. This is going to be a really important video for all of you because maybe you're falling into one of these categories. Maybe you're an actor who is just starting out and you've never been in an acting class before. Maybe you're an actor who's been acting for a little while. Or maybe you're somebody who your acting used to be good and you were solid with it and you liked it, but then all of a sudden you went and took the wrong acting classes, because remember, not every acting class is going to work for everybody, but you went and took this particular acting class, and within that class, all of a sudden now you're a little rigid, and your work isn't as good, and it's not as solid, and you're getting in your head a little bit, and nothing is working out for you. Whichever category you're falling into, your acting is falling short. It doesn't matter which one, we do not want our acting to fall short. So it doesn't matter if you've been acting for a while, it doesn't matter if you're just starting out. Ultimately, we are trying to have our acting be good. That is what we are always chasing for. So if you're falling into this trap right now, the trap that you're falling into is your acting's not so good. You're walking off stage and you're kicking yourself in the foot going, why in the world is my acting not working out? What is happening to me? Or maybe you're shooting a scene and the director said cut, and then you're walking away and you're thinking, man, I did not give it all that I had within that moment. Or maybe you're in an acting class right now, and while you're in that acting class, the instructor's looking at you and then they say, you know, Timmy, Tommy, Billy, Tammy, you're not doing so good. You got to be more realistic. You got to be more honest in your work. There's something that seems something just like you're acting and you're not present and you're not being. Those are the type of words that you're going to get when you're in an acting class. You could get any of these things that are happening to you, and we want to avoid them at all costs. The reason for this being is if you want to be a professional actor, this business is already hard. So you don't have to go and make it harder on yourself than it already is. And I'm going to give you an example here, and I want you guys to really think about this. If you guys want to go and audition for a big part, let's say it's for Stranger Things, or it's for Outer Banks, or it's just some big new Netflix movie, and there's one part that you're being auditioned for. Well, you got to remember, you are not the only actor auditioning for that part. There could be 500 other actors auditioning for this role. 500 total actors auditioning for one role. So what does this mean? This means that 499 actors will not book this part, and 1 actor will. So it doesn't matter how good Tommy is, how good Billy is, how amazing Jamie thinks she is. If she thinks she's amazing and she was meant for this part, or she did everything she could to be in this role, it doesn't matter, because she still may not get booked for this part, because there's a lot of different reasons for you not to get booked. Maybe you're not too tall, maybe you're too short, maybe you have blonde hair instead of you being a brunette, or maybe whatever goes on. Maybe the producer has a daughter who they decide, you know what, I think she would be perfect for this part, and then all of a sudden she's in the role. There's a lot of different things that can go on, and there's a lot of things that you as the actor cannot control. And hey, that's okay, but you have to realize that there are some things that you just have to let be and let them go and hope that luck falls into your place. But here's the thing that you guys want to watch out for. You do not want to not book this part, though, because your acting sucked. So you don't want to walk into the room and have the casting director look at you and say no to you, not because, oh, the producer decided to put their daughter in, and not because you were just a little too short or a little too tall for this particular part, or because they don't think you mesh well with the rest of the cast, but they're saying no to you just because of your acting. Now, your acting is something that you can control. You get to work in your acting. You get to decide every single day how you're going to go and practice your acting. So that's the one thing you have control over. So even though you are going to fall into the majority, I am, you are, the actor next to us is going to fall into the majority of this 499 number. We're going to fall into that naturally just based off of the numbers and the statistics. We can't control that factor of it, but what we can control for ourselves is what we do, how we bring our work present and into the moment. So this is what you guys want to do for yourself. I'm going to be giving you guys 3 simple and easy points that you guys can start implementing today with your acting. There's a lot of things that you can do, by the way. These are not the only 3 things. Like, hey guys, you get these 3 things down, you're a master actor, you're on Meryl Streep's level, you get to act with Johnny Depp and all of that. There are a lot of different things that go on. But let's say right now, your acting can be on a level of scale of 1 to 10, okay? And let's say right now, you're at a 2 or 3. If you can do one of these 3 tips here, and it brings your acting up to a level 5, if it brings your acting, if you're a level 7, and it can bring it to an 8, if you're an 8, can it bring it to a 9, if you're a 4, can it bring it to a 5 or a 6? That's really good for you, because that starts to up your chances a little bit more. You want to do everything you can as an actor to improve. Now, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 tips here today, and specifically with these tips, these are tips that you can go and actually implement into your work starting today. And I'm going to be giving you guys these tips from 3 different perspectives. I'm going to be giving you it from the perspective of acting from inside out is one of the tips. Another one is going to be an outside in method. And then the last one is going to be a technical way of going about this craft. So you're going to see 3 different ways from my training that I've been able to get. I went to BFA training, MFA training. I've worked with instructors who have gone to Juilliard, Harvard, Yale, RADA, ACT, NYU. I've gone a lot of different training. I figured things out for myself, what I've had to do to increase my acting and do better in things. And there are 3 things that can really help boost your acting up, and I want to give it to you guys today. These are 3 things that you can start implementing right after this video, so you don't have to worry and go, oh man, this is going to take forever. There are some things that do take more time. There are some things that take a longevity of practice to get it down, but these are going to be points that you can start implementing for your work today. So we're going to start with these 3 points, okay? So point number 1 for you guys is this. You have to know what you're saying and why you are saying what you're saying. So this is the really important distinction. A lot of acting instructors are going to tell you when you're in an acting class, hey, you got to know what you're saying. What are you saying? What does your character want? And all of that, okay? That's what they're going to say to you. But a lot of the people, what they're going to leave out is the why. That's a really important question to ask yourself on top of this. So you got to know, okay, what is my character doing here? Well, my character is going to this girl and telling her, I love you. But why is he saying, I love you to this girl? Is he saying, I love you because they've been going out for 2 years and he's been really shy and nervous to say, I love you, and then he finally gets the courage to tell her, I love you? Well, how you portray that character and the angle that you take and the viewpoint on this character that you have is going to be different if you're telling this girl, I love you because you feel bad for her, because her dog died or her grandmother passed away and you want to comfort her. So you're telling her, hey, I love you, and you think that's going to help her. 2 very different perspectives. Same words, you're still saying, hey, I love you, but you're coming at it from a very different perspective. So you have to know for yourself, why is your character saying what they're saying? Why are they doing what they're doing? So when your character is going and you're saying, hey, what does my character want? Okay, once you figure that out, why does my character want this? Why does my character say this exact line right now? Because remember, your character could say anything in the world. The writer could have wrote anything down for your character to say, literally anything, but they chose these specific words to write down. So you have to find out for your character and ask yourself, literally, why is my character saying these exact lines? Why did they say I love you instead of saying, hey, everything's going to be okay, don't worry about it? Why did they have to say I love you to try and comfort this person if they didn't even mean it at all? So it makes a big difference to literally ask yourself, okay, I know what this character is saying, but why are they saying what they're saying? And that's the really important point you don't want to leave out. This is an inside-out approach, working internally within the text, trying to mine out the information that's in there so you can find it for your character. Now, point number 2 is going to be working from an outside-in approach, and this is going to be requiring you to wear a particular outfit. Meaning this, I'm going to give you this perfect example here. So if I was to give you a great fitted suit that you were going to put on, and it made you look really attractive, and it made you look fit and strong, and it made you look really good, and you were happy when you were wearing this suit, okay? If you're going and you're walking around a room, what's going to happen to yourself? You're going to start walking a little bit differently. You're going to walk a little bit taller. You're going to have your head held high. You're going to have a smile on your face. You're going to have a certain confidence that comes with you simply all because of the outfit that you were wearing. Okay, but now let's change this up a little bit, okay, really quickly here. Let's imagine you're going and you're walking to school. You're going to be in school in about 10 minutes, and as you're walking to school, a bus drives by, they hit a puddle, it splashes all over you, so now you're soaking wet. And then while you're walking to school, you're soaking wet, and you're deciding, should you go into class or should you just go home and change? All of a sudden, you go and you slip, and then you go and fall in some mud, and then a bird comes by and it poops on your shoulder, and all of a sudden, now you're stinky, and now you're messy, right? And you don't look very good, and now you're going to be all self-conscious when you go in there. How are you going to go and walk into that building? Well, you're going to be shy, you're going to be scared, you're going to be self-conscious, you're going to be looking at people differently. You may not have a certain glint in your eye of confidence. You may have an eye of, oh, I don't want to make eye contact with people. I hope nobody notices me. You're going to come into that room from a completely different perspective and a completely different feeling. So what does this mean for you with your acting? It means that the outfits you wear does have some influence on how you go and approach your characters. So for example, let's imagine you had to go and play a character that was nerdy. Well, you have to go and start wearing an outfit that makes you feel a little bit on the nerdier side to get more into the character. So when you go into that audition room, you have something to wear for yourself. I'm not saying to go and 24/7 throughout your everyday life just wear outfits based on your characters. No, this is just for the audition purposes, but it helps give you that little bit of an extra edge because it will allow you to feel more like the character. Because remember, just by wearing a suit that was fitted and you look nice, you're going to walk around with some confidence in you. If you go and you walk around in something that's all muddy and it's been splashed with water and there's bird poop on it, you're not going to be as confident. So if you had to go and play a confident character, maybe you'd wear something that makes you feel confident. Now, we can't take it to the extremes in the sense of if you're going to go and audition for a cop, you can't go and wear a cop outfit in the audition. It's going to look weird, and the casting director is not going to cast you for the part. But you have to think, what is the essence of this character? What does this cop wear when they're off duty? What is something they would wear? Would they wear a bright pink shirt? Or, in your opinion, would they go and wear something that was a little bit more darker toned? Maybe a black shirt would they wear? Another benefit to going and having an outfit for yourself that represents a little bit of who this character is, the essence of that character, what happens is it starts to build a little bit of a certain confidence for you within that particular character you're playing, but also for the people watching you, whether you're in an acting class or whether you're doing an audition for a casting director, when they watch you, they don't have to use their imagination as much. The less that the people can use their imaginations, the better for you, because it helps them see, hey, I could picture this guy as playing the nerdy character. I could picture this guy as playing the cool guy or the cool girl or whoever it is, based off just the outfit that you're wearing. It'll help the essence of your character come forth a little bit more, but also it allows the people watching you to not have to use their imagination as much. And you have to remember, all of this is coming from the approach of working from the outside in. The outfit, the external thing, is helping bring this character forth and bring it alive for the people watching you. Now, point number 3 here is going to be talking about something really important, which is going to be on more of the technical side, which is going to be having strong eye contact. Now, you don't want to mistake this for thinking, okay, my eye contact has to be like really strong and eyes wide open and something crazy like that. That's not what this is about at all. It'll look weird. It'll kind of scare the people that you're acting with. What I mean by strong eye contact when I say it is not to have your eyes wide open and crazy looking, but really to have a strong gaze, meaning you are not uncomfortable to just stare at somebody and look them in the eyes. There are a lot of people who can't do that. There's a lot of people who have to kind of look away and can't really make strong eye contact because they're nervous and they're shy and they're scared and all of that. But it looks better for you as an actor when you can have that strong eye contact. And it even works on for stage. It's not just camera. On camera, it's beautiful because the eyes are the gateway into the soul. So when they see your eyes, they start to see the story that's involved for your character. When you shy away with your eyes, they can't see it at all. Now, it helps you on stage, though, also, because when you're on stage and you're with your scene partner, yes, the audience, boom, they're far away from you, but your scene partner, they're here. They're still close with you. So when you make that eye contact with them, there's a little bit more of a connection that builds. So it doesn't only help your acting, it also helps their acting. It also helps the people watching you, and they start thinking, wow, these people are really connected in the moment that they're in. So it works for both on stage and it works for both on camera. It's a little bit more of a technical thing. Again, don't take anything to the extreme in the sense of you're thinking, hey, okay, I can never look away from this person. I can never blink at all. I can never look away at all, do anything. Don't take it to that extreme. Yes, you can. Still keep it normal, keep it realistic, but just don't be afraid to have eye contact with the person you're in the scene with. So these are the 3 points that I have for you guys. These are really important and really easy to implement. I gave you 1 point that was working from the inside out. That was our first point. Our second point was working from the outside in. And then our third point was working from a technical perspective. Again, I've been able to get training in all of these things. All of them are helpful in different ways. Ultimately, for me, I go and combine them all into a whole unique version that I use. And sometimes I take more things from a technical side. Sometimes I take more things from an inside out. Sometimes I take more things from an outside in. It really depends on the role and the process that I prefer to go through, but I have options at my disposal, and I wanted to share some of these for you guys today, but these are easy for you to go and actually implement into your work. So I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you all subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date with everything. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you guys. Also, I'll be leaving our 10-hour acting masterclass, our 2.0 version, down in the description down below, and also in the comment section if you guys are interested in that, as well as our 10 acting resume templates. Alrighty, see you all next time. Bye guys.